Hi, 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 hi. May I sit? Do I sit now? Is this the sit part? Okay. I'm good at the sitting. Seat. Okay. Hang on, I got this. Seat, why? Okay. Welcome to the cursed couch. Oh no. Oh no. What is gonna happen? What's gonna happen on the couch? I mean, wow. So, Canter, introduce yourself. I am MegaGWolf. I do YouTube videos and Twitch streaming. I am advocate for Sonic the Hedgehog and am furry. Yeah. I am paying attention, I swear. Oh, Dashing and Child. Oh, you. Oh, you. How long have you been the biz? Oh, in the biz. Okay. Okay, so I started doing entertainment online in 2009. Probably a little bit sooner, perhaps maybe late 2008. I almost said 2018, but and I started off being really shy and not sure what I'm doing, and I started streaming like a year or two after that, and I've just been cruising on by since. So a long time, probably like 11 or 12 years, basically. Maybe even more. That's crazy. What made you try it? Oh boy. Loneliness. So, a TLDR is that I was unemployed and I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I had I was kind of getting into other chat services, right? So we obviously had our MSNs and Skype and whatever, but I was like looking around because I got the internet very late, so I got it at like age 16 or something. So I'm still let's see what free stuff is available. I find a chat service kind of similar in a way. It's kind of like the prequel. It was called IMVU. Yeah. So kind of similar concept. You'd have an avatar, except a lot more limited, only desktop, and you could only interact with certain points on a map. But I made some friends there and stuff. No legs. No legs. Couldn't do any of this. Still as much as a degenerate stuff as this game. Why are my gestures not working? Hello? Okay, I guess it's locked forever. Am I in a seat? Oh, that could be why. Wait, why? I might be able to move. Hello? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Ah! Everything's on fire. But yeah, long story short, I made some friends. And then I kind of left that thing. So a lot of my friends, I kind of just was like, "What? I guess I'm not seeing them anymore." Well, no, to be fair, I kind of separated myself from that. Moving on is actually in that length of time is I don't know what that word says. Is natural. Oh yeah. But yeah, basically what happened was I left that group, and I like stuck with a particular small friend group. I won't go into details, but long story short was that some things happened and it wasn't good, and I had a falling out with them, and realizing that most of my time had been waking up, hanging out with them, and then going to sleep. I got lonely and depressed, basically, and my original reason to make YouTube videos was to meet more people with similar interests. And that was the whole reason I started. And how did you find yourself in VR? So, basically, I've over the time I'd made friends with some people, and a friend of mine started streaming VR chat when the whole Ugandan Knuckles thing was becoming a popular meme. So I saw him stream it a few times, and my initial response was, "This looks dumb. Like why would anyone enjoy this?" And then this was early 2018, right? Like January 2018. I'm just like, it's the third time he streamed it or something, and I'm like, it's free, I guess, sure, I'll download it and see what it's about. And well, it's been a downhill slope since then. But here I am. Yeah, it starts off right. It starts off, oh, this looks dumb, and here I am, 7,000 hours put into it now. So screw me, I guess. But yeah, basically, in terms of actual VR, I just kind of started hanging around. I mainly went to public lobbies and did Vegeta impression. That was like a very common thing for me back then. And is now, I guess, still. But yeah, I made some friends. And then, the more I started kind of like mentioning that I was really excited, like really looking forward to playing VR chat some more, and like how much I'd been playing it in the background, like, outside of streaming and stuff. I got a headset, and yeah, that's when I really just, I lost all hope. Yeah. So yeah, I've been in VR chat since early 2018. I've always been curious as to why you're not into VRRP. Why is that? It's not that I'm not into it. It's more that I'm unsure if I would be able to put in the time. Cause, and maybe the two that I'm going to use as examples are like bad examples because of the scope of them. But obviously Neon Divide and Fractured Thrones you know, when I hear about role play sessions that go on for like 5 to 7 hours, I'm like, I can't put 5 to 7 hours in. Like, what? What? And I'm not against the idea of getting into a role play. I've like tried. Though I think that was like, it was a specific group that I learned very quickly that I didn't gel with. My form of RP as well is also kind of comedy and kind of metagamey in a way. Not like metagamers in cheat, but you know, the idea that I play up that I'm in a role play and not actually take it too seriously. So I don't always fit in a scenario in which, you know, real plot and actual, you know, character development kind of take the reins. So Purple Lotus is very dip in, dip out. Yeah, I've heard of Purple Lotus before actually, and I've seen like some friends go in there and do some stuff, and it seems interesting. I did actually stop by once. I can't remember who it was with. I think it might have been with Zeshin, because he liked to go to Purple Lotus sometimes. And yeah, it was all right. I think I find myself role playing better with people I know. So when it comes to like the only real kind of role play that I think was when Shinny used to do his like open bar, like for an hour or two, like silly, like just jump in kind of role play. And I loved that because, well, a majority of the time I played Vegeta, and so I was able to play that up very well, and it was a lot of fun. What do you enjoy about VR? I think there's a lot, honestly. So I like that it is a way to feel like you're hanging together with your friends in a, you know, physical sense. The fact that I can see you moving, the fact that, you know, the presence is there. I think that, especially when I make friends with people across the world, allows you to feel like, you know, they're actually there, and you have some sort of tangible, like, this is what they're doing. It might not always be an accurate representation, but it's the representation they choose. So I think that's also like, that will feed into another point of why I like VR in a moment. But yeah, there's something extra special about having that kind of realism, you know, knowing that, you know, I'm doing this. This is me. Like, you can imagine, and especially people who have seen me, and that's always funny when I do, you know, certain things, and people are like, I know what you look like, and this is just weird. But yeah, that's something I like about it, especially like because yeah, yeah. But yeah, there's also another side of it where it's really fun to portray characters. I like the idea of being able to like pick one of my favorite characters from like a show or a game or something, and be able to be them, and be able to, you know, act as them or do something out of character, to be able to enjoy, just like almost like a fan fiction in a way, to be able to, you know, play it out like a role play. Who'd have thought? Hey, we came full circle. But also like this, for example, right? Like the expression that you can have of your own character, to be able to explore what you feel comfortable in. Like my closest thing was IMVU, because IMVU is actually where I got introduced to the furry community. because I didn't know what a furry was before then. And that was just because the person who I had been introduced to just happened to be part of it too, kind of like, you know, connected the dots there. And so I had a fursona in that. Wasn't really what I thought of. It was in a way, but it was like, you know, a decade ago, edgy like design. And so when I made this character, I wanted it to be me, like what I considered something that represented how I felt and like that I was also happy with. So like obviously the blonde hair, blue eyes are similar to my real life. Like I have blonde hair and blue eyes. You know, the fur is just to complement the choices here. The coat is because Undertale is a big part of, you know, one of my general enjoyment of indie games. It like summarizes very well what I like about indie games, and plus it has a very special place to me too. Why a nanachi? So, to be fair, at the time, there wasn't that many furry bases. Nowadays, you can just like flick a stone in a direction and you'll knock over like 5 different base models of various furries of all kinds of type. But when I originally made this, there were very limited amounts. You had, and plus another big reason was another thing about the design choice of this one is that the first time I decided, okay, you know what, because usually I would use Vegeta, or I would use my human version of me, or I would be an e-boy. The first time I actually decided to save a nanachi or any kind of furry model, because this was when I still wasn't telling people that I was a furry, right? So because I was very secretive about it. So the first time I'd actually gotten into any kind of furry model was a blue nanachi. I actually have it saved, so I can show you. It was this one. And I saved it because, well, I liked the design of it. It was different. And I kind of just like was in it for a while, just to like feel it out. And there was something about it that I just liked. It just felt right, you know? And so I thought, okay, maybe I can make one of my own. Like, maybe I can find out how to make a model, make a nanachi of my own. And the reason this avatar is the reason why I made my nanachi, and the reason why my nanachi's ears stick outwards, is because it's a reference to this one. And so, that is why I chose nanachi, because it was like the first one that kind of made me start to feel comfortable again, portraying that side and that interest in me. Oh my. I know you have a human avatar. You used you used a lot, but I can't imagine you anything. But this. Oh yeah. That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people are used to like, especially some friends I've made in the last like half a year or something. They don't even know I have a human model. Like, they just don't know. Like, I don't use him much. Oh, yeah, you've never seen him? You didn't? Oh, all right, hang on. Where is he? I'm gonna have to move again afterwards anyway. There you go. Yeah, right. It's like it's just me. That's all it's supposed to be. It's just me. You know, I got a tummy and everything. I made him like fairly accurate. He might have to be a little bigger now, especially after the holidays. You know. Back to nanachi. Blame COVID. Oh yeah, you're right. True. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So that's why this makes me feel comfortable. Like it expresses that yes, I am a furry. Sure, I have a fursona now, and this is probably more accurate to how I would actually design him. And yeah, that's why I like this. What was the initial question? It was something like something about why I like VR or something, right? Yeah. Another part of it is probably because of the, I'll say immersion. I don't come from the standpoint of like I don't get phantom sense or anything like that. But there is something to be said about being able to see these environments in a first-person manner, and you know, being able to explore these worlds and see what people can come up with. Some sites that you'll never be able to see in real life, and they look real, like they look tangible, and that's like the thing. Yeah, like this, exactly. Like this, and it's there is a level of detail that like, or you know, to it. Me sitting on this chair, I'm sitting on my bed right now. It legitimately just kind of feels like I'm here, you know, despite the things I've got out. Yeah, it just kind of feels like and that's another side of things that I like about VR is the creativity, like being able to express myself in making. I'm down again. In making. Where did hello? And now I'm sitting. Chaos. Okay. The cursed couch. Yeah. Now I understand. But yeah, I get to express my creativity through this in ways that I never thought was going to be possible, you know, being able to make these models, and now I've started making models for other people and making worlds and places I can call my own, and experiments, and just being able to learn a creative thing is always really fun. I've been able to learn things and be able to use Blender and Unity in ways I thought I'd never be able to. That might help me in the future or might not, but either way, it's still fun to learn. Yeah. So, yeah, I suppose that's why I like VR. There's a level of escapism too. It's like nice to relax into. I always find you in very chill worlds. How do you relax so well? I don't know. I feel like, so I have ADHD. Had it. I don't know. It got to a point where I've either learned to cope with it, or the symptoms have lessened or evolved into something else. So like one of the things that I get are habits sometimes, you know. So like me clearing my throat, I'm trying to stop that. I'm like actually trying to stop doing that. So you might hear me like coughing sometimes, and I'm trying to keep an eye on that. But yeah. So yeah, it's like YouTube. So yeah, it's one of those things where sometimes I'll get habits and stuff. And so I've especially when I was young, I was always like the leader of my friend groups. I was bouncing off the walls. I was ready to go, tons of energy. I was in there. And although, yes, I'll have times when I can get hyper focused and I have a lot of energy to express, I find that now, as an adult, I look back and I'm like, you know what? I've had my exciting years. I'm just going to chill out. And I'm just like, I'm dead pretty much. But I don't know. There is something nice and relaxing about, a nice looking world with chill vibes. And over the years, I've learned to appreciate things like, lo-fi and nice sounds that, oh, my hip tracker stopped. Nice sounds that appeal to me. Like, I've gone on various YouTube binges of finding certain sounds I enjoy listening to. That's like, especially like that remind me of like childhood. For example, one of the ones which is weird sometimes to people is it's the sound of a vacuum cleaner in another room. Specifically in another room. It's weird, but there's something really relaxing about it, and I don't know why. And then as I started exploring that kind of thing, I guess it kind of translated over into VR chat. Like, I have an entire playlist of favorites that is just all worlds that have a certain vibe to them. A certain, like, I could chill here for hours. My friend Tanzan is big into ASMR like that. I'm not into, so like when I, okay, well I'm here now. When I think of ASMR, right, my initial thought process is, people getting up close to their microphone or using binaural ears and then being like, that's not, that, I don't like that. That's not the ASMR for me. Like, I don't want to feel like, you're whispering into my soul, because it makes me recoil like a fucking snail, like I'm just like, I don't like it. It's not nice. It's not the kind of ASMR I guess I like. Droning is kind of more what I'm into. That's probably why I like the vacuum. A specific one that I like a lot is, this is weird, but it is a trimmer. So like, one of the hair trimmers. And it's specifically when it like touches the back of your head, like behind your ear, there's a certain like frequency. And if you get the feeling of it, that's even better. But there's like a certain sound that makes. And I fucking love that. Yeah. And like, obviously things like rain and stuff, that's nice. But I like to go for more unique things sometimes. Sometimes rain just don't cut it, I get a similar relaxing joy from liminal spaces. Yeah. I like liminal spaces too, but I like that more for the mystery, the kind of eeriness to it. I especially like when liminal space is used in a horror setting, which is probably why I've really been enjoying Backrooms stuff, because that's really cool. I will nap in a nighttime car park in VR. Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. I've fallen asleep far too many times in far too many worlds. One of the ones I go to that is specifically calming for me is it's just the map is just called Water. As far as I remember, I'm pretty sure it's just water. Let me just make sure. God, I've got so many maps. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so it's just water, and it's just a stairway down into a room, and the floor is like, it's got like that high of water in it, so it just has like a little ripple effect on it. But the specific sound it has is it's that kind of sound that you would expect if you were underwater and you were listening using your ears. Just like if you were encapsulated, you'd hear like a rumbling of water, almost pressure, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's like a very specific sound, and something about that and the visuals, I can just relax in there. And the amount of times I've fallen asleep in that world is just far too many. But that's the world I go to when I just need to like chill. If I'm in there, either I'm trying to fall asleep or something's on my mind. Like, because that's usually when I'll go in there, is like I'm trying to like just phase out of existence. VR can be such a effective relaxation tool. Yes. Very much so. It's not given much credit for that. That's true. Like, you think, your standard things in VR are usually like, oh yes, you have sword and shield and you, or touch the booby. It's one of the two. It's not like but I think it can be so versatile. Like, it can be amazing for just, if you're having a stressful day, just finding a world that you like visually and just vibe there. Imagine you're somewhere else. Really get yourself immersed in it. Any recommendations? Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, let's see. So, in terms of like relaxing worlds specifically, let's go for some classics. Let's go all the way back to some of my favorites. So in terms of rain sounds, if you want rain sounds, really nice ones, there is one called The Bike Shed on a Rainy Day. The reason why I like that one is it's one of those, it's like a Japanese inspired one. So it's got these like bike parking areas with metal roofs on them. So you can hear the rain hitting a metal roof, but it also has these umbrellas you can open up, and they make the best umbrella rain hitting sounds like that I found in VR. There are two that go into each other depending on the vibe you want. There is Storm Day and Rainy Attic, and they both are made by the same person. So their vibes, the sounds you can pick and the general tone is the same, but one of them is like in a seating area, like a combo living room kitchen thing, and the other is an attic, which is a bedroom. So they're two separate maps, but they're good. There's one called Things Will Get Better, which is it's all one word, that one, and that one's kind of like a loft area, which it's kind of dark, so that one's kind of nice to sleep in or vibe in. Let's see. Real Campfire is cozy. Real Campfire is nice because that has, well, it's what it is, a campfire, but it has two tents, and the lighting in it is really, really good. If you have an avatar that can react to lighting really well, it will look really realistic. It's really nice. What else is there? Let's see, any good ones. Pinewood Cabin is nice. That one's like a small little, I'd almost say like trailer that's in a snowy area. So you have like a little bunk bed on one end, and it's just like nice wooden kind of environment, or like walls and stuff. There's a video player in there, and it's just got a nice kind of kind of secluded chill vibe. That's nice for small groups. Let's see. Serenity Sleepover is good if you want variety, because it's like a sleep area. There's lots of sleep areas. They're all over the place with all kinds of different vibes. There's one that looks like a blanket fort. There's one that you can like get out on a rooftop. I feel like we could be here for hours. Maybe. Maybe. And I mean, I'm skipping over some classics too. Obviously, you have things like Winter Company is very good. We've been there a lot. Infinite Night, that one's a nice one. How do you find them? So one of the things I like to do every now and then, I haven't done it in a while, and that's just because of Elden Ring. But one of the things I like to do, even in desktop, is I will join VR chat and I will look at the new tab or the updated recently tab. Usually I do it every single day. And so if a thumbnail catches my eye, I will go in and see what it's about. And that's usually how I find them. Other ways is that I also have a friend group that like to explore those kind of maps too. So it's like you tell me about this one, I'll tell you about that one, and we kind of feed into each other with that. Yeah, so that's usually how I come across them. Lately, Raza actually gave me a Twitter account that posts pictures of places they go, and they mention the world name. So if something interesting on that one comes along, I can check that out too. What is it? Let me look. Chat, no. I can't. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to sit here for a second. The Twitter account is @VRChatPictures. So, if you want some good recommendations of pretty worlds, that's usually a good place to go. Honestly. Oh my god. So, back to you. Any personal projects? So, I have some. Excuse me. I have some. There are avatars and worlds that I'm working on. If we're talking strictly VR, so let's talk strictly VR for a second. One of the things I just started today is an idea that I have wanted to do for a while. I make public avatars. So, ones that people can just run around in and get from my world. And I have some that aren't available in my world, but those are like just kind of more because of their performance or a specific vibe. I like to give those out personally, but they're still public anyway. So I'm making a new one that I've been wanting to make for a while, which I'm calling the Nanachi Rangers. And it's going to be a Power Rangers inspired nanachi, where you can like change the color and the design. You're going to be able to add like armor pieces and have weapons and stuff. So that's something I'm going to work on. In terms of avatar projects I just finished, I finished Frosted Frick's nanachi, which he'll be using today. I did a project for my friend Mr. Marco. I finished his Wolf Boy thing. He had like a E-Boy that he needed some transformations and changes to 3.0 stuff. And just recently, I think I'm finished, but I just finished Thor-chan's furry avatar. She did it for like a charity thing. So I need to like make sure that's all good and there's nothing else to add, and then I'll send that over. But yeah, in terms of like things for me, I think the Nanachi Rangers is probably the thing I'm going to focus on at the moment. And in terms of worlds, that one project that I told you about a while ago, that's been put on hold because I was using that as a form of expression, and I feel like I don't need to do that at the moment. So maybe that's a good sign. So what I'm doing world-wise is, unless I'm making something for TikTok, which I do have something I need to do for that, I am working on a backrooms map of my own. So I'm trying to basically put together a chill world that has like a nice area you can hang out in, but then you can venture out into the back rooms and maybe like find items and interesting events happening in the back rooms that then allow you to, you know, mess around with toys or something in the main room. Kind of like it was inspired by the bus map I like to go to a lot. That has kind of like a similar vibe, but it's going to be the back rooms instead. Yeah. But that's like what I've been working on VR chat specifically. I've been making sure I get my commissions done and projects that I've promised other people done first. And then I'll be working on my own stuff for a bit. Should have known. Oh, should have interviewed on the bus. Yeah, that would have been great. Oh man, I haven't been there yet. I haven't been there since that big like push for the final boss. The final boss. In terms of like, I was gonna say, in terms of like projects I'm working on outside of VR chat stuff. I'm trying to get back into YouTube again because I've taken a huge break, unintendedly long, and I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Is there anything you'd like to promote? My TikTok is funny. I do funny TikToks. Yeah, it's just my username. And Shinny's helped a lot with them too. Anytime there's a Goku, it's him. Yeah, I do. Most of it has been Dragon Ball Z, even though I'd never intended it to be that way. I say most of it, literally all of it. Everything is Dragon Ball. There's nothing else on it yet. I was gonna do a Five Nights at Freddy's thing, but I got lazy and that hasn't happened, and now the boat's kind of sailed, so... Oh well. Anyone I want to promote, you mean? Vale's pretty good. I don't know if you've heard of Vale. She streams on Twitch. Oh, excuse me. Oh God, who I don't want to promote? I have a few people in mind, but like, so a stream that I like is one called Lucha Yo Show. So LuchaYoShow. Yeah, Lucha, yeah, Yo, Y-O, and then Show. They've been friends with me probably for like a decade. And it's a group of people. The person who runs it, his name is Ultimu, and he's been like friends with me since way back. And they've been streaming a lot of Elden Ring. I join in every now and then as well. So, yeah, they're good people, and I feel like they deserve a lot more attention. any final thoughts? So, I think my final thoughts are going to be, you know, NFTs aren't that bad, actually. You know what? I'm just saying, like, no, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Yes, cursed couch. Suffer. Protect me, couch. No, not really. I mean, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that it's been such a palaver to get me on. Yeah. Photo time? Okay. Where do I go? What do I do? Do I smile? Do I frown? Do I up? Do I down? Okay. Oh, where am I going? Oh. Ooh, okay. Hang on, let me stand up. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. 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 Bye bye.